Howdy, folks. Welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And today is Sunday. I had to think about it there for a minute. And tonight, I got Miss Rebel Rose. It's been a while, but she's finally back. And how you doing tonight, hon?
I'm doing wonderful.
Absolutely awesome. Let me get ready here and see if I can find out what's going on. All right, I got it pulled up. Volume's turned down and I'm ready to roll. So anyway, how's everything been going in Rebel Rose's neck of the woods?
Well, she's been doing pretty good, healing from an accident I had a while back and about 3 weeks ago. And other than that, doing pretty good. Turned 56 yesterday.
50. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
So what does that make your sign?
It all depends. I mean, Vedic, I'm a double Aquarius with the Sag moon. Western, I'm a double Pisces with the Sag moon.
Okay. See, I don't know a whole lot about all the astrologies. But
it all depends on which way. I actually have traits of both.
What, now, you said you had an accident. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Well, I got in a fight with a 450-pound boar hog.
Yeah, I want you to tell the story because I know.
We were trying to load the thing into, he was a little on the ornery side, and there was 4 of us out there, and we were trying to load him into the trailer to go get butchered because I had sold them. Well, we had them snared. My husband and son got them snared. Well, I had just sold the bull and we delivered it, and instead of just doing, a slip knot on the middle part of the trailer, because it's a big trailer, my husband tied it. So when they got the pig in there after snaring it, my son went to go close the door and the damn thing wouldn't close. So he gets out of the snare, knocks my husband out, throws my son flying. He lands into a concrete cinder block, and the only place for the pig to go was me. So I got stomped. And I got stomped bad. And he headbutted me and he kept pushing me. He threw me clean across the pen and kept going after me. And I was pretty bruised up. I ended up having to go to the ER because I couldn't walk. Between both my legs hurt, broke a couple toes, bruised my hip, bruised my head.
That's
so
funny.
Yeah.
Did you happen to get it on video?
No, my husband's like, damn, we need to get a GoPro. Yeah.
You definitely
no, we didn't get it on video.
That might have been a winner on the America's Funniest Home Videos. I'd like to see that. I'm so sorry you had to go through it. I could only imagine. But
well, he was just scared. That's all. What's funny is the girl, she just walks right in the trailer. She walked right in, but he wanted no part of it. And yeah.
He was feeling that vibe. He knew he wasn't coming back.
Yeah, that's okay. Sounds like he's a good roast right now. So,
yesterday here, we actually had, every now and then they'll grace us with a blue sky day. And yesterday we got blessed with that blue sky day. It's still got that milky haze, like I said, whether you believe in the International Space Station or not, you can go look at the camera feeds, and whether it's true or not, I'm sure they have a pretty good handle on as far as cloud coverage, and the whole planet is entirely covered with clouds. Now, it used to be about half and half, and it's not. But today, let me tell you, like I said, last night, I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back. And so I stayed up all night last night and took about an hour and a half nap earlier. So try to get in bed early tonight. But anyway, so I was up this morning when the sun come up, and I watched the sun come up. Man, they were hard at it right off the bat. And I actually put a video out today. It's called Sunday Morning Sky Sigils. And they hammered us all day long. So I do know there's some CMEs supposed to be, we're supposed to be getting some coronal mass ejections and things like that. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but one thing that I've noticed is that they've been chemtrailing the moon a lot. And I noticed last night, like I said, it was clear. When the sun I was watching the sun go down. I love the sunrise, sunset. Sorry, it's just, out in the country, you gotta do something.
Sunsets are beautiful.
I was watching the sunset, and the moon had came up, and right before the sunset, there was like a little sliver of the moon that was still dark. Well, an hour later, the sun had went down, and it was a totally full moon. I'd never seen that before within minutes. I've seen the moon move and things like that, but I'd never seen like it go from being shadowed to full like that. And then, of course, like I said, I know it's supposed to be full here in the next couple of days, but that was weird.
Yeah.
You ever had any experience like that?
No, like I was telling you earlier, what's weird is I remember when I was younger, like I said, I'm 56 now. And when I was a kid, the moon was hard. It was like a special thing to see the moon out with the sun. And that's the only thing I remember. I mean, eclipses didn't happen often even back then. I remember they used to tell me on my 7th birthday there was a solar eclipse. And I mean, it was something really special. Now they happen all the time. The moon's always out.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was young and the eclipse was a huge deal. And like, oh, it only comes around every so and so. And then, like you said, here it seems like there's eclipse every year, a solar eclipse. And here we got another one coming up here in 2024. And like I said, the skies have just changed, not only in new cloud formations, like you were talking about, the tints, like the purples that are coming out, even the rainbows. You're seeing these what I call infrared rainbows. They have that red tint to it, and you're seeing more of the indigo and the purples and things like that. Rainbows didn't used to look like that. And I mean, like I said, I know it has to be from where the sun is putting out that new spectrum, that blue spectrum of light. That has to be one of the main factors in that.
Well, I think we're going through a different part of the galaxy, and
yeah.
I mean, I can remember the wind started like 2011, and they've been crazy ever since. I mean, it was hardly ever. I mean, we get an afternoon breeze, but my goodness, right now it's come afternoon, it's crazy. Yesterday we were going to go out. Well, we had to go out and deal with the chickens, and oh my God, we had our old hog feeder, since pigs aren't there anymore. We were using it for the chicken because it holds 150 pounds of feed. So we were readjusting it for the chickens, and the dicking wind kept taking it and blowing it over and blowing it over.
Well, I mean, it's like even rainstorms and things like that. I remember, you get days of just light rain and things. Now, man, when we get rain now, it's either a freaking thunderstorm or we don't get one. It's, we get these long sustaining days of rain now, but it's like torrential downpours.
Huh. Then we don't get rain. We didn't even hardly get any snow this year.
Oh.
I mean, last year we had snow so high the tractor couldn't even hardly reach to put it up there. And this year, hardly. I think we've plowed twice, and that's it.
Well, like I said, we're going to see
gone here from the north side.
The extremes are going to be more noticeable on each side. It's going to get hotter, hot, and colder, cold, and who knows what month that's going to happen in. You just don't know anymore.
Well, see, when I was a kid, my parents told me, because they were showing me the scallion map or whatever that thing's called, that earth changing map.
Yeah.
Since I was a little girl, and they said the desert's going to turn green, and where the green is, it's going to become desert. Everything's going to flip flop, and that's what they told me when I was a kid. So.
Yeah, I saw something where they were talking about how the pole is, shifting over, and I don't know how much as far as that has to do with the weather, as far as the magnetic pole.
But, I think it does, because I think it's got to move the jet stream some.
Oh, it's definitely affected the jet stream. I mean, really, we used to have a very pronounced jet stream that flowed across the United States, and now it's just all erratic and broken up and all that. You don't really truly have those flows. And also, another thing I've noticed, you have a lot more of these cyclone patterns around the globe as well. A lot of these big cyclone storms.
Yeah, things have been. Yeah, it's been weird. I think it's going to get weirder.
David Castle says we get.
Hi, everybody out in chat. Huh?
Well, David Castle says we get the chemdrills and then 2 days later it pours. That's the way it
Well, see,
happens there too.
yesterday during the day, even though we had the wind, not yesterday. What day did we go get off? Friday. Friday. There was no chemtrails. I mean, it was pretty blue Colorado skies. And then that night, right before the sundown, the sun going down, they were chemtrailing the hell out of it over there.
Well, the U.S. Navy says we will control the weather by 2024. I think they're way ahead of schedule.
Yeah. They ought to just let nature take it forward.
And whether it's for a good purpose or bad, I don't know if their intentions are good or not, if they're really trying to prevent, a global freeze or, I don't know what they're trying to do, but to me, I just don't see how playing God could be beneficial. I think you just need to let it take its course. And it's like we were talking last night.
Mother Nature hasn't needed us in all this time. She still doesn't need us. She'll kick our asses if we don't start doing something. And there's not a dang thing any of them in the government or any other government's going to be able to do.
That's like we were talking last night. I mean, I think you pretty much have to have some kind of global reset to really truly get the change we're seeking. There has to be.
That's why I was like health and happiness.
Right.
Everything that's coming to us. I mean, the grand solar minimum, this, lemon additive that's going around, or lime additive, all depending on which way you drink your Corona. The whole, economic collapse that's probably going to happen. All this, everybody needs to just calm down.
I think that's the key word.
It needs to happen.
I think you're spot on. It's the economic collapse. Like I said, and I've talked about that a few times as well. I truly believe that's what
the only way. Yeah, the only way things are going to change is to create a new.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people don't like the chaos theory, but I'm all about chaos theory. I mean, it's controlled chaos.
Yep.
That's what's going on now. You got economics. You got, the lemon additive and lime additive. You got all this different crazy crap going on. And people just need to step back, breathe, and get back to the natural way of doing things.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of, before I get too far behind, let's see who we got with us so far, and then we'll get rolling. There's David Castle, Miss Judith Nolan. How you doing, hon? There's Miss Delaney, Shannon Kling. What's up, hon? Rebecca Glacknoff, good to see you. Who else we got going on? Michelle Cannon Free, how you doing? Jill Jarrett, what's going on? Ice Station Z, what's going on, buddy? I'm sorry I missed your call, or I just saw that a little while ago. That's when I was taking my 1.5 hour nap. So I haven't listened to the voicemail yet, though. I will get to that. Let's see who else we got. Robin Hill. I sent your copy out today as well, Robin, for the higher mind training we're starting tomorrow. Ann Allen, how you doing? Desert Rose, what's going on? Deborah Trudeau, good to see you. Yes. What? I'm not even going to say that name. Hello, though. FAGBBBJAHBN, welcome. Let's see. Brian Lunsford, what's going on, buddy? A Cosmic Convergence. I saw he put out a couple of videos I hadn't seen yet. Miss Jessie McCartney, how you doing? Truth and me. I'm going to be getting in touch with you. You done opened your mouth, huh? So I'm going to put you to work. Zigzagzilla, what's going on, buddy? Miss Elsie Darling, how you doing? Rick Yorkin, what's going on, buddy? I'm going to try to get him on here in either next week or the week after. That's my brother Brad. How you doing, buddy? Trina Phoenix, what's going on, Trina? All right, caught up. Yeah, Truth and Me sent me a message earlier and was talking about, I'm trying to organize that Arkansas trip. And, I've never done anything like this. I honestly, that's kind of flying blind. That's why it's kind of snuck up on me, and it's going to be beneficial for me to put off till September. So I will gladly accept any help. And I know that you and Marsha Price, and Marsha's kind of one I've been working with. I will definitely be getting together with you two to get some help, at least some pointers, because like I said, I'm flying blind on how to do all this. And I truly want to make this happen. So thank you for offering. There's Miss Donna Bell and Bruce O'Malley rolling in. So tonight, nothing negative. We're staying
Nope, it's healthy
positive from
happy.
here on out. We got all the negativity out. It's about
Yep.
uplifting from here on.
Yep.
So
So yeah, I mean, everything. I think our state of mind and the state of our heart is what's going to keep us healthy, happy. We need to start changing those negative thoughts and realize that we got to you got to feel your feelings and release them. And we all are going to have negative thoughts. I mean, we're human. We all want to be that perfect person, which we all are perfect in our own way. I mean, there isn't a single person out there, where everybody says, well, we're not perfect. I don't believe that. I believe we're all perfect in our own way.
yeah, I embrace my
And
faults.
we need to learn. Yeah. I mean, I can be a BI, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is, it's just, I don't know. I just think we need to learn how to love and accept ourselves, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, and realize we are perfect the way we are. Can we always fix something? Of course we can. We can always fix something.
This is hilarious.
But
Talk about synchronicities. Jesse McCartney just put, my life is sunshine, lollipop, and rainbows. And I swear to God, I came this close to naming this stream tonight. Unicorns, rainbows, and lollipops. I swear to God, I almost named
That's
it. That's so funny she said that.
that's great.
I didn't know how you would take that, to be honest with you. That's why I didn't name it. But that's
You
what I
know what?
wanted. Like I said, that's what I want to talk about. I want it to be positive tonight, but I didn't know if you would take that as me being sarcastic or what.
No, I am probably the most judgmental and easygoing person. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't judge anybody for anything, and I'm easygoing. I'm a go with the flow. If you try to not go with the flow, you're just gonna come up to a boulder, and you need to be able to flow around the boulder, not get stuck in the corner in the, in the little whirly bends in the river. Just go with the flow.
Agreed.
And if anybody,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
we got a lot.
Yeah, there's
And
a
I
little
just
lag.
think
Go ahead. This is you.
we are such powerful beings. That is why they're all worried about us. We could kill everything that is going on with this, lime additive. That it's seriously, I mean, we can make it go away. It just send it love.
Yeah,
Love
I'm not
is
letting it
the most
affect my
powerful
reality
thing.
at all.
It is, honestly, I think I've been watching some of these prepper things and I just laugh. Do I believe we should prepare? Of course.
Yeah.
I don't think it's, has nothing to do with just the lime additive. It's, what if the power goes out for a week, or, you get a tornado goes through. Every time you go shopping, buy a little extra. If there's anything left after all these people panicking. But I mean, go back to the more natural ways. Start cooking as much as you can and growing as much as you can. And I mean, even if it's getting a couple little rabbits, you know what I'm saying, and breed rabbits, at least you got some food, or a couple
Right.
chickens, even in the city now. I mean, you can have chickens. I think that it depends on what city, but I think Durango, I think they're allowed 3 to 6 or something like that. Even in the city, you can't have a rooster, but really, unless you're going to breed one or you want them to cock-a-doodle-doo, you really don't need one. You just need the egg.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so many things people can do to make things healthier for themselves. And if you're healthy and you can keep your body healthy and keep your vibration happy and you stay in happiness, you don't have to worry about any of the sickness. realize all this stuff is going around, but you don't have to be affected by it. You're affected by it because you allow it to be affected, because we allow others people's perceptions and judgments and thought processes to interfere in our vibration. If we can stop their perceptions, thoughts, and fears coming into our vibration, or just putting a wall up, it's not going to affect you. They can sit there and say, oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, all they want, and it's really not going to affect you. You just kind of look at them and go, well, I have compassion for you, but I'm good. That's where you can be the example to others that are in that state of mind.
Yep.
And we got to connect to our hearts.
Like you were talking, even with disease and all that, if you sit there and wallow in it and everything, of course it's going to affect you more.
Yeah, I was going to read this to you. Has anybody seen this book? Hopefully it's not a copy. Can I show it? Or is it going to be one of them copyright things and you'll get in trouble?
No, you can show books.
Okay. Louise Hay, can you see it?
Heal Your Body, A to Z.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to read you just because it is in the purpose. Hold on. I got to learn my ABCs first. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here we go. Okay. I'm not going to say the word, but the lime additive, this is the negative response to it. Response to mass negativity and belief, fear, belief in statistics. The counteraction for the new thought is, I am beyond group belief and the calendar. I am free from all congestion and influence. This is like the best book because it gives you, she healed herself of cancer.
Was it like affirmations and things like that?
Yeah, because what it is she ended up with cancer, and it was because of all her negative beliefs and her fears. And she had to realize she had to change her thoughts. Well, a lot of times it's hard to change those negative thoughts. People have, that's why there's people out there that are healers. You heal yourself. All that healer is an extension cord to hold a little energy space for you. They don't do a dang thing. And believe me, I know I've been a healer since I was a kid. I can do some pretty good healing, but I do nothing. I just hold the energy space for you.
You're a facilitator.
Right. I call myself the extension cord. All I am is an extension cord to help with the energy flow. And it's the same way with negative thoughts. Sometimes you have to have somebody help you go, okay, how do I change this thought? Well, if you get that book or even look at happy affirmations, I've been having breathing issues. Since I got slammed by the pig. Okay. And so what's my problem? I need to learn how to live my life to its fullest and don't be in fear, be in joy. I mean, we all have our own issues, but we got to learn how to get past them.
Yep.
And if you can stay in joy, you can raise that vibration. Well, nothing negative, including dis-ease, is going to stay there. And if you can do more for yourself by growing your own food, trying to raise your own food. I mean, even if that means you eat less meat but you still buy organic or grass-fed, eat less meat then. Or go to a butcher or.
It was weird for me because I'm talking about I was straight up carnivore. Love steak and love meat, period. Like, that's I would have eaten just meat. And now it's not it wasn't even because I started consciously trying to eat better, but like beef started hurting my stomach. Chicken started hurting my stomach. Pork, not so much, or as bad, but I only eat like, 3 or 4 ounces of meat now. And honestly, I don't eat much at all. I only eat 1 meal a day and I'm good.
I eat when I'm hungry. If that's 1 meal a day or 3 or 4 meals a day, I eat when I'm hungry.
Now, every now and then I'll go through one of them days where I mean, like, you know, if I was to make a pizza or something, I might eat a slice or two. And there might be one day that I'll eat the whole pizza though, you know, but that's very rare. I
Right,
guess I'm just trying to
right.
replenish the body.
Well, I was seeing like somebody in chat because I'm actually, after all this time, I can actually read chat every now and then, people, not all the time. But I look down, somebody says it's expensive to eat healthy. It's not expensive to buy seeds. You can get a bucket for $1 at a garage sale or less and put some dirt in there and grow some of your own food.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
expensive to buy that stuff in a grocery store. I totally concur. But yeah, I
it
mean
is.
that's why I keep on all the time about growing your own food. No matter how, you know, even if it's like one tomato plant or, you know, just every little bit helps. But I promise you, once you do grow that and you eat your own produce, you'll be
So
hooked.
much better.
Oh yeah. And
Right.
there's actually nutritional value to it.
Right. And I eat meat. I mean, because my belief system or my faith or my knowing or how I feel or whatever you people want to call it, I believe we are here to experience life. We
Absolutely.
came here as volunteered to experience. So if you want to smoke a damn cigarette, smoke a damn cigarette. You want to drink a beer, drink a beer. You want to go out and smoke pot, smoke pot. You want to eat meat, eat meat.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
mean,
said.
you're
We're supposed to
gonna get
enjoy
a
ourselves
natural.
too.
Right. It's about enjoying life.
Yeah.
And if that is what makes you happy, like I know Brian, our Brian L, he loves ice cream. Hell yeah, so do I. So eat it. Try to get it without high fructose corn syrup, or try to get it as best you can, or make your own. You know,
I
that's
wouldn't
another
suggest
way.
making snow cream anymore though.
No,
You
no,
don't want to eat the snow anymore. I don't care if it's yellow or white.
yeah, yeah, I, yeah, no.
Have you ever seen that where people would take snow and burn it?
Burn it?
Yeah,
No, I've never seen that.
all the chemicals in there. I've actually done it before. You can wad up a snowball and then try to melt it, and it'll burn. It smells like plastic.
Huh. Well, I know like Sweet and Low and Splenda, all those really bad, sugar fake thingies.
Mhm.
You can light them buggers on fire. We used to do that all the time when I was younger. They'll spark. They're the best fire starters you got out there.
I don't
Yeah.
put any of those Franken foods in my body.
No, but they're fun to play with. So when you when you guys see them, I take them because they're fun and they're
You know,
good fire starters.
it's funny every time I see that Burger King Impossible commercial, and I've never had one, never will. My stomach hurts for. I'll get a sick feeling in my stomach for just by seeing it on TV.
Huh? I've never seen. Well, I don't have TV, so I don't.
That one.
I don't know. I've heard people talk about it. It's like not real meat or something, or what is it?
It's some kind of soylent. I don't. It's basically just a lot of sodium and things like that. I honestly don't understand how true vegans or vegetarians would put that in their body.
Yeah, I don't know. I think pretty much the only thing we do too much is sugar, and I think if you can do, good sugar, like I have 30 pounds of organic cane sugar.
Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna get sugar, get the good stuff, the
Right,
organic raw.
right. Yep.
And
So
Saturnian Sun just said the same thing in chat.
who? What? I didn't
Saturnian
catch
said
that.
Saturnian Sun
Oh,
says real sugar's better than sugar substitute.
right. Or honey, or agave, or maple syrup. 100% maple syrup. I mean, there's so many different other avenues you can take.
I actually got this sherbet the other day. It was agave on one side, and the other side was a cactus pear sherbet. Man, it was so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So good.
Well, see, to me, agave is way too sweet.
Yeah, I
But
like
so,
the cactus pear way better, but it was a blend, and I'd seen that. Usually I love the lime sherbet or orange, but I saw that, and I'll definitely be getting it again. Plus, like I said, it was all natural too.
yeah.
So
Well, I try to get, when I get ice cream, I get organic ice cream. I try to do as much organic as I possibly can, even to include my cleaning supplies. I mean, I just we're on a septic, so I figure, I got to keep the good bacteria going in there too. So,
Yeah, I used to eat a
but
bowl of chocolate ice cream every night before bed, and it's probably been 6, 7, 8 months since I've had a bowl of chocolate ice cream.
well, like our sweets, because I do like cinnamon rolls and homemade cakes and all that stuff. I do all our baking, and I've gotten to where I can do it all either with regular flour or gluten free now, and it turns out exactly the same.
That's
But
funny. Go
my,
ahead.
huh?
Go ahead.
My thing is, I want a piece of cake, so I'll want it, and then the rest of the cake, if I don't tell my son, because he lives on the property too, him and his woman, and it's like, okay, there's a cake up here, so he's got to come eat it because all I want is one piece. I don't want that whole thing.
It's funny that
So
you said cinnamon buns, because for some reason that's been coming in my reality the past couple of days. Like I think I've only had one in my entire life, a cinnamon bun. But
I
man, the
had one
past
back.
couple of days, I've really wanted one of those for some reason. And somebody else was talking about cinnamon buns. So I don't know what's going on there.
You probably need cinnamon in. You probably need whatever the Allison from the cinnamon or
You know,
something, or whatever is in the cinnamon.
that's a
Maybe.
distinct possibility. I may have to make some
Yeah.
cinnamon toast later.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, like if we have biscuits, you put butter on them and cinnamon sugar and then broil them. Oh my goodness, those are really good. It's like
That's
a
what
donut.
I'm talking
I even
about.
make our own donuts. I make like they're like Krispy Kreme is what I've been told, or Dunkin' Donuts.
Krispy
But
Kreme.
I'd own a bakery if I could because I love to bake.
It's been a
So
while since I've had a donut too, but if I'm going to eat a donut, it's going to be a Krispy Kreme, because man, those things are like eating the air.
right,
No, what are we talking about food for? You're killing me.
I'd have paid. Yeah. Well, because to me that's part of your happiness.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is
people
true.
deny themselves. They try to deny themselves. Oh, I can't have this. Oh, I can't have that. Well, you can have whatever you want. Try to just
Absolutely.
make it as healthy as possible and don't eat it every day, 3 or 4 times a day.
See, I'm weird
Life is
like that.
boring.
I eat in shifts. Like I'll eat the same thing for a while, and then I get tired of that, and then I get on another kick. I'm weird. Like right now, I'm on tacos. Like God, I love tacos. That's what I eat today.
Oh, I love Navajo tacos. That's what I love. Oh,
I've never. You talking about
get
with
the
the
fry bread
flatbread?
with the fry bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to try
Oh,
one of those. I consider myself a taco aficionado. This place I went to tonight, it started off as a taco truck. Now they've actually got a brick and mortar store. And man, I'm telling you, it's like the real deal. You can get the intestines and tongue tacos and all that stuff. It's the real deal. I don't go
yeah.
all that far though. I stick to
Well,
chorizo and chicken.
chorizo, you're basically getting the intestines there. I mean,
Yeah,
chorizo is a little bit of
it is
everything.
palatable.
Yeah, it's really good. Mix it with eggs in the morning and then wrap it in a tortilla. Oh my goodness.
I
That's how
love
we eat.
chorizo. I love chorizo. I could have grew up in Mexico, no problem, and been happy. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about
But
nowadays.
anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that we can talk to our DNA and heal ourselves.
Yep.
Our DNA is we're Whoville. That's how I look at it. We're Whoville. We live in Whoville and we are a Whoville. Our body is Whoville. Everything inside is another little universe inside of a universe inside of a universe. So to our bodies, we are the creator, which we are anyway because of the divine spark. So if you can talk to your DNA and say, listen, I want my cells, my atoms, every single thing in my body to go back to the way it was at the healthiest time in all my life, past, present, and future.
Never thought about putting it that way.
You can change the way you feel, the way you your cells are. I had a
What-
dislocated hip. I didn't want to go to the doctor, and I did that. It took me 3 weeks. I mean, I created them. I was thinking it constantly, but my hip went back in on its own. I didn't have to go.
It's just like praying over your food. You're actually changing the molecular structure of the food, by praying favor over it. It's the same thing. And like I said, it's just like, I kind of got away from it there for a minute, but I'm getting back into it. Like getting up every morning, doing the daily affirmations in the mirror, man. I'm telling you, that really does start your day off so much better. You might as well start
Right.
in the positive.
Right. If you wake up first thing in the morning and set your intentions, I'm going to have a beautiful day today. And if something happens, just go, I'm going to have a beautiful day. What can I learn from this? And these things here, there's chakras in there.
Yep.
They're powerful. So if you lay hands over something, you're going to create energy. And if it's coming from your mind and your heart and connecting, it's going to be so powerful. That's the thing is everybody says thinking with your mind. Well, you got to connect your heart and your mind. And sometimes, we're all programmed. I've said this before. We're all programmed from the day we were born, from what we've seen, from what we heard when we were inside our
nursery
mama,
rhymes.
Right. You got to cancel it all out and figure out your own thought process, your own beliefs, and realize you are a powerful being, and your happiness and your health, it's all up to you.
I truly think that when we're born, I think we're smarter when we're born, and they actually dumb us down through the education system.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's our parents. I mean, our parents, I think they're doing the best thing for us by telling us, this is how you do things. This is how you do things. I mean, you still have to help your child along, but I mean, look at how many parents say a little kid runs out, there's something under my bed, there's something under my bed, don't flush it away and go, oh, poo-poo that, there's nothing there. A child is more open, so they're going to see more. You know what I used to give mine? I used to give them a squirt gun with water and tell them it had holy water in it, squirt it and kill it.
There you go.
If it's bad, it'll go away. I never had a problem. And now my children, they can see. I mean, I have one that can see other things with his eyes, not just his third eye. I have another one that can feel energy. I mean, like you wouldn't believe.
I think it's all about being in an environment that's open to those things. Like I said, we're constantly under programming from day one, especially like I said, with the family dynamic, and it's not their fault because that's the way they were brought up. That's what they think is right.
Right. They're doing the best they can. If they could have done better, they would have, and that's how I even feel with my own family. I mean, everybody knows, if you know me, you know my story on my dad, being in the CIA and abusive and everything. And shoot, he only did the best he could do. You got to learn to forgive because that's where I play the happy game or the glad game or whatever you want to call it. If you're getting thrown a bunch of rocks, well, what can you make good out of it? Well, you could make a wall. You could warm them up and put them at the bottom of your bed for a foot warmer. I mean, start looking for the good that is coming with all the negativity, because you can always find something good. You can always find something good.
This is true.
I mean, and people just need to, sometimes you got to reach, like I was when the hog knocked me over, and knocked the crap out of me. Sometimes you really got to reach. But, what was the good about it? Well, we learned a lot of lessons on loading that pig. Don't load them at night, no matter how many lights are out there. We learned that, there were, I don't know.
I'm just going to say, I just put in chat if anybody wants to call in, we'll call in because it's about 20 till. So if anybody wants to call in, they need to call in pretty soon, but we'll continue the conversation. I just figured I'd give anybody a chance. If you had any questions you'd like to ask her, you can give a call. The correct ID number is in both of the comments I put in there. So if anybody's got a question, go ahead and call in. If not, we'll just sit here and continue to chat. So, yeah,
Well,
like you were saying though, I mean, especially now, we need to promote more things of how to be positive, and and that's why I kind of take pride in my channel here, because I take pride in considering it being a safe place for a lot of people. And that's important, for people to have a safe place to come to exchange their ideas. That's why I've always said you can say anything you want, as long as you're not being mean to someone straight out. I want to hear your opinion, whether it jives with mine or not. Especially if it doesn't jive with my opinion.
right.
So,
Well, I mean, I believe everybody has a right to their own opinion because they're knowing their belief, their faith. It's everybody has a right to their own. And you see people arguing and arguing about it, whether I'm going to bring it out, whether the earth is flat or whether the earth is round, does it really make a damn bit of difference?
no.
Either way, you still got to live here until it's time for you to go on the other side. So who cares? Why argue about something so trivial?
I agree. And I mean, like I said, that's just more things of tools of division. That's why, like, right now I hate politics, and I swear, like, I'm hoping the way both these parties are so much up in turmoil, I hope we see the death of the two-party system.
Well, yeah, I don't vote. I was very
It
heavy
doesn't
in my
matter.
younger years. Well, in my younger years, I was a Republican. I was with the Republican Party. I helped with all the voting. Then I started opening my eyes more to what was going on. I was like, no, never again. If I go to the grocery store and I don't see a damn thing I like, I ain't buying it. And I haven't seen anything I liked for a very long time. So,
No, I mean, it doesn't matter who's in there. It's going to be the same
Nope.
agendas at play anyway.
Yep. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of healers out there and there's a lot of people that need help. And, I don't know if anybody knows. I'm going to give a little plug for myself. I do aura regressions and they're past life regressions, and healing the past really does help with the present. And I've done a few different healings on a few different people, and some of the stuff that comes out is just amazing. Their aura hypnosis, and it's similar to QHHT, except the healings are amazing. And people have gotten up. I mean, one lady, she has asthma, went away. She's had hearing aids all her life. Her hearing aids, she hardly needs them. Had another one that had an injured shoulder. It went away. Because in World War II, he got shot in his shoulder at the same age. So when that injury happened, the cell memory was there. So, we went back, talked about it, never another problem. So there's things like that can help. And again, you're the one. You ask the questions. I put you under, you answer your own questions, your higher self. You are the one that heals yourself, no matter what modality you use. It's just, I mean, do I charge? Yeah, I do. Some I do, some I don't. It all depends on the situation. But it is you that does all the healing. We are so, so powerful. We are divine. That's why we're all connected. If we are all the source of unconditional love, the soul, the creator of all, and it's splintered off and we are it having an experience, that's why we're all connected. Yeah. That's why the energy is all connected. We are all, put us all together, all however many, 7 billion of us now, 8 billion? 8 put billion. Us all together and you're going to have the creator of Whoville out there walking around. And then he'll have his Whoville.
One of these days I'm actually going to do that session with you. I'm telling you, like, I just want to, the reason I've had a lot going on here, and like, I want to make sure I'm in the right mind frame. And here as of late, I definitely haven't been, but I'm starting to come back around, and I'm definitely excited. And I would be more than happy to give a testimony on, my experience.
Well, yeah, that would be great. I mean, the one lady wanted it, and I traded her a lamb. I got a lamb. I mean, I don't have a problem bartering. I honestly, I'd rather barter.
I'd prefer to
But
barter.
yeah, yeah. It's just an energy exchange. It doesn't have to be, money. I don't
Right.
know. I just think, you know, I just I'm one of those that I wish I could just go out there and kill everybody. Go, okay, this is all you got to do. Just do it. Do it.
I
I
thought you
hate
said kill everybody.
no, no, no,
I
no.
was like, whoa, what?
Kill everybody.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been with my family so much when they've passed over the things that they've told me and the things that they've seen. My mother told me, "You be careful in the kitchen; it's going to catch on fire." And she was on her way out, and I was like, "Okay, Mom, it's okay."
God
You
don't
know.
manifest that.
2 years later, my kitchen caught on fire. I was laughing at her, going, "There you go, Mom. You must have seen it coming."
Did I tell you that experience I had with the Ouija board and fire?
No, you messed with the Ouija board?
Yeah, it was back in college, and it was me and three of my fraternity brothers got this house out in the suburbs, and we were playing with the Ouija board. And one night, I can't remember everything that went on with it, but it ended up spelling fire, and we're thinking, what in the world, And so we just didn't pay it no mind, put it away. Well, the next day, my roommates, we all went out to class and everything. Well, one of them was at home and was cooking some eggs or something, ended up having a grease fire. One of my other roommates was coming home from class and his car burst into flames. And then the other roommate pulled up into the yard, and we'd been raking leaves. He pulled up into the yard on top of some leaves, and his car caught on fire and burned up in the front yard. Luckily, I didn't get burnt. I was the only one that didn't have some kind of fire thing, but all that in one day after it spelled out fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and I have no room to talk. I used to play with one all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't anymore. I don't invite things like that
either, because some really nasty stuff came in. But yeah,
only one I depend on now is me and my higher self. That's all I need. So,
yeah.
No calls, huh?
Does anybody have any questions?
I was going through, I don't think so. A lot of people don't like Ouija boards.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you could let a lot of bad juju in.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's what I've been telling a lot of these people. It's, messing around with conjuring spirits and all that. Like, man, you don't know what you're doing. You don't need to be doing shit like that. It ain't fun and games. You can truly get yourself into some shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing and know how to put your protection on, yeah, you could be bringing in something you have no idea. And they could be posers too. Posing.
You could think you're talking to Archangel Michael, and you don't know who.
I had that happen in a regression. This woman wanted Archangel Michael to come, and I felt the energy, and I felt that energy before, and I was like, this isn't Michael, brother, this ain't you. Mm-hmm. And it started giggling. And I put it in a containment symbol, and I said, "You're not Archangel Michael." And it giggled, and it said, "No, I'm reptilian."
Wow.
Yep.
That's craziness.
Yeah, some of the stories I could tell you off to some of the regressions that I've done are just amazing. I mean, full body convulsions. I mean,
Is it almost like an exorcism?
In this one, it was, yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I wonder if it's basically the same practice at hand. An exorcist, what you were doing. I wonder if exorcists use the same type of methods.
I don't know, but I've cleared a lot of houses, and I always use protection, and I just, to me, I know people have a hard time with this word. Have faith, believe.
Yeah.
I know people don't like the word, but you know, it is what it is. I believe in angels. I believe they're their own race. I have a theory on it, and
That
but
makes more sense than any other I've heard.
I believe they're one of the first creations that came from the creator, and I believe they are their own race. And I
I've
believe
said
there's
all
good.
along, I think all these angels and demons and aliens and all that, I think they're all one and the same. I think they're just been confused, That's what people thought they were back in the day, when they were writing ancient scripts and stuff. They didn't have a
Right.
word for it.
Right. They could only say what they knew, was in their time period. But I don't know. I forgot. I derailed where I was going. Shit.
Brain fart, I have them all the time. I mean, literally, I have them more
Brain
than
fart.
not. That's one thing I'm trying to work on is getting some kind of filing system in my head because,
Well, I
meditation
do,
has
but
helped me tremendously.
I drop the damn files all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I
I've got a
gotta put
problem with
them in
file
there.
because they're just flying everywhere. And I'll just grab them
Right.
out of the air. And that's what
You
thoughts
pull
I
them
get.
out of the file cabinet, and then you drop them, and they just scatter.
Yep. So
But yeah, I just want everybody to try to keep your vibes high. Just keep your vibes high, and I don't know. I just realized I don't know if I believe in the false light thing. I think if you know and you're true to yourself, you're going to be able, like, I knew that there was no way that was Michael. Really? Good try. I thought it was kind of funny. But if you know yourself and you know your own intuition and your own gut feeling in your own heart, you're going to know whether it's real or not.
elaborate on the false light. What do you mean?
I don't know. I've been hearing people say stuff about this false light. There's false light. There's false light.
I think it's a narrative is what I'm understanding.
I don't know, but it doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't think.
Actually, it kind of makes some sense to me because you're seeing a lot of people out there that's using this movement for gain and things like that and being deceptive.
Well, I think. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what I think. This is my opinion. I believe, have faith in, know, whatever you want to call it, for my own self. All these negativities, these demons, the reptilian consciousness, the archons, this, the that, the this, the that, we create them. Mm-hmm. We create them.
We give them power.
If we are God, God is of everything. We have to make sense of what's not negative. So we create these archons, these demons, these whatever it is. It's that way it makes sense to us.
That's what I was going to say. Whatever makes sense up here.
Right. And it's all, in my personal opinion, no offense to anybody, but it's just bullshit. I mean, our mind is the creative force of everything if we are the divine creator. And if we're all connected, there you go. We are the creative force. We create our own thoughts. We create our own things.
I think that's it's another explanation for like the Mandela effect and things like that. I think it's actually the collective actually changing those timelines.
I think it's a time warp. This is my opinion. We all vibrate at different realities. So it has been slowly changing and changing and changing. So now the perception of what happened back then is changing also. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is. And it's a good thing. That means more people are waking up. Again, look for the good, More people are starting to wake up. If they're hung up on the Mandela thing, well, I know a couple people, that's what woke them up.
Right.
And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So look at it that way. I mean,
that's like me. Planet X is what brought me into all this. And, like I don't even pay it no mind no more because it don't matter. The only thing that matters to me
Right.
now is my spirituality and trying to help others with theirs. That's the only care I have.
Well, and I was raised like this. So, but I had my rebellious times. They told me, you burn a Bible, you're going to go get struck down by lightning. So, what did I do? You know,
You
guess
burn
what
a
I burned?
Bible.
I'm 56. I'm still here because I wanted to test it. Because I got tired of my mom always telling me, God is into everything. God is into everything. So I
Yeah.
was so pissed off. I went out there and burnt one just to see if I'd be struck down if there really was one.
Well, see, now I can kind of comprehend that, though, the theory that God is in everything, because it truly is. I mean, that's why they
It
say
is.
we're a piece of God, and because God is nothing more than that all-encompassing energy.
Right. And what are we? Nothing more than energy. That's why
Bingo.
we're all connected.
Yep.
We all hate to think that our mom was right, but damn, she was.
Yep.
She was a very smart woman. So I don't know. I think it's funny, but yeah, we're all connected. We are our own creation.
Absolutely.
And we can create whatever we want, and we can talk to our DNA and our cells and our telomeres and all these little critters, that have their own little universe inside of us. Think of it as a universe within a universe within it. We have the universe, we have the galaxy, we have the star system. And then from there, it goes down to stars and clouds. And then what are we? When I do a regression, I see the person as a star. I mean, it just started coming that way. They are the star. They are the particle of the universe, and the universe is the creator of all. That's what I call it, or the source of unconditional love, the soul.
You mentioned telomeres, and that's something I've kind of been looking into here as of late, where there's a lot of studies going on. I'd looked into people living up to the age of 184 and 156 and things like that, and it was restructuring or programming of the telomeres. And there's actually science now where they're repairing these telomeres and reversing the aging process.
Right. You can talk to your own telomeres.
Yep.
I mean, I tell my telomeres all the time, extend those ends, put more ends on there. I mean, we can talk to them. It's our body. It's called the innate body.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've just got a real,
The natural body.
I'm really into the brain and our capabilities right now. And that's I'm taking off and running with it. So. Well, listen, we got a few minutes left. I want you to do some shameless plugs and tell people how they can get in touch with you and give us final thought.
Well, you can get in touch with me. It's called blackrosepriestess@gmail.com. I do tarot. I was not taught, but I've been doing them since little. I do distance energy healings, Reiki. I'm Sikkim. Actually, I call it Reiki. I mix Reiki and Sikkim, and I mix it so it's a balance of male and feminine. I do aura. I'm an aura practitioner, and that's similar. Look up aura hypnosis or QHHT, all those. And it doesn't just take you to the past. If there's something in the future you need to look at too, it'll take you there. I've had a couple go like 2140.
Could you tell me what my aura is? What color it is?
I can't see yours.
Oh, okay. I'm really curious for that. If anybody can read auras or see auras, please email me. I'd love to know.
My son can. If my son was here, he could. He sees auras. I don't, but I do. I can feel your energy coming off the computer.
That's one thing about doing these shows. I was thinking about that earlier. Me being an empath, like, man, sometimes these shows really just get me going energetically. I mean, it wears me out sometimes, and that's, people don't understand till you get on here, and I'm sure you can attest that. Like when you get all this love coming at you, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
I think everybody has, I saw that Saturnian guy, or Saturn. How do you say that?
Saturnian sun's how I say it.
Oh, that's it. Okay. I just saw it for a split second that he said that he was told his is black. Black is not bad. The dark is not bad. The dark can be good.
You got to have
I
both.
mean, well, and dark, think about where you are. I believe our universe is in plasma. It's plasma.
Yep.
Just like our creation, when we're born, we're in plasma, in the utero. And it's dark. It's creation. It's where creation starts, is in the dark. It's a beautiful thing also. So
Yeah, I swear, I
anyway,
think that's why we cry when we come out, because we're like, no, not again.
well, I think that's why they always say, go to the light, because
Yeah.
when you're coming out of the birth canal, you're in total darkness, and then all of a sudden they slap you in light. I mean,
That's why I'm going to look around for a little bit.
Yeah, when it's time for me to cross over onto the other side, I'm just gonna sit and pause and go find a cloud and sit there for a little bit till I get oriented and decide where I want to go from there.
Make sure to take my
But
sunglasses.
Everybody, just all I can say is if you want to get a hold of me, it's rebelrosepriestess@gmail.com. And yeah, I mean, I'll talk to anybody, help anybody. I do charge, minimal. And if you can't pay that, well, whatever you
Energy
can.
exchange. There's always if there's a will,
There's
there's a
always
way.
some kind of exchange to go on.
Yep.
And just stay in happiness and health and realize that you heal yourself. And you can do it by the easiest ways. You don't have to have a lot of money. I mean, you could get a packet of seeds and start growing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it, and just start doing
What
as
is
much
this
as you
money
can.
you speak of?
Huh?
What is this money you speak of?
What money?
Exactly. That was a joke. Sorry. Poor attempt. Well, hon, I appreciate you joining me again. It's always a pleasure. We'll have to get you back sooner rather than later this time.
Yeah.
I want to do another joint, get 3 or 4 of us together. I'd like to do that again. It's been a while.
Sure, I'd love to.
Oh, good deal. Well, listen, you take care of yourself out there, and I hope you get on the hill. You hang with me. Folks, I'll be back tomorrow night. We're starting the higher mind training. So if you haven't got your copy yet, today is the last. Well, it's not the last day. I'll send them after today. But if you want to follow along, you better get it today. So until tomorrow, be the frequency you want to receive, folks. I love you all. Have a good night.